Cincinnati 9:45, a little bit cloudy, a little bit gray, but it feels okay today. 41 degrees right now. It's been 46 years since a young man from Boone County told his family he was going hunting and never returned. Ed Nichols was 22 back then, and his family still wants to know what happened to him. Our Catherine Robinson interviewed Boone County detectives when they got some new leads last year about this time. And the crime podcast Just the Tipsters recently did a show that outlined some more new developments. Host Melissa Morgan is with us this morning from California. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, Sheila.
So you recently caught up with Detective Coy Cox, who works cold cases in Boone County. Can you just give us a little update on what's changed in this case since Catherine did that report for us last year?
Absolutely. Detective Cox and the Boone County Sheriff's Department have some witnesses who are shaking off their fear and coming forward and talking about what happened 46 years ago. And there are so many rumors and things that have gone on that, don't really add to the case. When you find someone who has legitimate information, that is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I know that there were a lot of crazy stories, like maybe Javelina wild pigs had killed Ed, or there was a deathbed confession that turned out not to really be the person who was responsible for him disappearing. But I know that Detective Cox and the other detectives do think that Ed was murdered, correct?
Absolutely.
And why do they think that?
It's definitely a homicide case, because he didn't walk away from his life. He had nothing to walk away from. He wasn't hiding. It wasn't an accident. There's something called Occam's razor, which is that the most sensible solution is really what's in front of you. And that is, I think, what applies here.
So you talked about these new witnesses that have come forward because they're not afraid anymore. What were they afraid of?
I think there were some people that were considered high-powered potentially, or maybe they were in fear of their lives, that they would also end up like Ed if they said what happened to Ed. And I think over the years, something that Detective Cox said, maybe they're getting older and realizing that they aren't going to live forever, and maybe just the fear of the afterlife or meeting their maker is making them come forward and getting something off of their chest or a burden off of their shoulders.
Now, when you say people in power, are you talking about people involved with drugs and crime?
A lot of things. Something else that Detective Cox brought up in the interview was that a lot of the people involved in Ed's circle, and he was a young man. He was 22, and this is, the mid 70s, and it was a very different time than now. And some of those people have gone on to do very productive things in society, and we don't even know what Ed would have done. He wasn't given the chance to blossom and be who he was. He was just at the beginning of his life. So there were some people that were involved in the drug trade, but there were people in all different, sections of society that have become something different now, and they must be realizing, I need to make this right.
Well, I hope they can make it right, because I know you've also talked with Ed's family, his sisters, and they're just desperate for some kind of closure on this.
They're the most remarkable women. I can't believe their strength and their courage and their faith. They, gave me courage and faith when I was flagging a little, trying to get all of the details and research together. They're remarkable women.
Well, you can call the Boone County Sheriff's Department if you are watching this now and you have any information, or you can call Melissa at Just the Tipsters. Melissa, thank you so much. Always appreciate catching up with you on these local cases that need to bring families some peace.
Thank you so much, Sheila, for everything that you all do. I know that your viewers know something. I know there's someone who knows something. So thank you for being such a great part of this.
Very good. I hope it helps. Take care. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.